Hey, you there. Thank you for watching, and welcome to Forge Lines Forever. Today, I have a 6v6 custom match here on the second most famous map in all Supreme Commanderdom. You love it, you hate it. It is DUALGAP. Let's take a look at our team, starting off with Team 1 in the west, and ending with Team 2 in the east. Starting off with Team 1's northern side, we have in the northern air slot in Light Oak 10, it is Nathir. He is a Seraphim as a 1200 to his southeast. In northern land, it is L to the Aeon, not playing as an Aeon. He is a Seraphim as well in Cherry Crimson as a 1600. And rounding out Team 1's northern side in southern land slot, it is OG Parkway, another Seraphim for Team 1. He is an Emerald Green as a 1700. To the south in the naval side, we have in Rust, it is Nuggets playing as an Aeon. He is a 2400, the highest rated player on Team 1 and in the game overall. To his southwest is another Aeon for Team 1. It is K240 in Imperial Gray as a 1300 in the Eco slot, or the Game Ender slot, or whatever you want to really call that slot. And last but not least, in Southern Air, it is Toka as a UEF. He is in Stitch Blue as a 1700. So for Team 1 side of the map, they have 3 Seraphim in the north, 2 Aeons, and 1 UEF in the south, meaning Team 1 lacks only the Cybran faction. Starting off with Team 2's northern air slot, we have in orange to color orange, it is Ryan T. He is an Aeon as a 1400. In northern land, in amethyst purple, it is Astronom. I think it's Astronom. He is a Seraphim. He is a 1500. And the first Cybran of the match to be introduced, it is Robo Danny. He's playing as a 1500 in Ruby Red in the southern air slot. Sorry, southern land slot. And to the south in the naval slot is Dimitri 11 playing as a UEF. He is in Batman Gray as a 2200, the highest rated player on Team 2. To his south, we have in the Eco slot / Game Ender slot / whatever other slot you want to call it, it is D-Key. He is a Cybran as well. He is a 1400 in Tropical Ocean Blue. And rounding out Team 2's lineup is Hoshi Moshi playing as a Cybran in Southern Air. He is an 1800 in Glow in the Dark Green. So for Team 2's side of the map, it is all Cybrans and a UEF in the south, and a Cybran, a Seraphim, and an Aeon in the north for Team 2, which means Team 2 has all of the factions represented on their side of the map, with 3 Cybrans in total and 1 of each of every other faction. Team 1, of course, only lacking the only the Cerebrin faction. Wow, I can't talk today. Taking a look, of course, at where our players are head off to in this game. It is very customary for the most part. We do see the northern players, at least in the land slots, moving to their respective sides of the map there. We also see that Nuggets is moving in to maybe grab this Trimax position, which Team 1's player of OG Parkway has already dropped units off to get them over. At least I would assume. He definitely dropped them off, getting that land facility up online. It does look like the Robo Danny player also did the same thing, going for the first air. It looks like that might be a slightly different meta. Usually it's just a land facility and pump out units across the map. It looks like they're getting air units, or air transports, I should say, to just get units across the map in terms of engineers and then build the land facilities farther forward. Speeds up the escalation in land at least a couple of minutes. We do see Team 2's not Nuggets, but Nuggets' opponent of Dimitri getting his naval forces online. Actually, his comm on the front line as well. He's not a Cybran, so no torpedo upgrades on board his commander, which, definitely need to be concerned about as the game progresses with all of the Navy and the whatnot. First shots raining across the map between some AA units and a Mantis from Team 2 against some engineers from K240. Those, of course, will only be a one-sided affair there, but Nuggets is here to assist with kicking out Team 2's Team 1 units. We do see, of course, OG Parkway and El Deon have reached their main frontline bases. Team 2's Robert Danny is here, and soon followed by Astronom going to his position in the north. Of course, very customary for the most part in terms of the land for a DUALGAP match. Nuggets being the only, not aberration, but the only, what's the word I want to look for? Just the abnormal position in terms of what he normally does in that position, which is Navy. So we'll see if that ends up benefiting him or coming back to bite him again. It does put his comm in a little bit of a danger, and he's the highest rated player in the game, so Team 2 definitely wants to go after him first. We do see Elder the Aeon getting those Team 1 mexes online, and now shots for shots going down between RoboDanny of Team 2 and Nuggets and OG Parkway of Team 1. And we do see Astronom coming in to assist as well. There's units inbound to help the retreat of RoboDanny. Again, it's a 2v1 in favor for Team 1, at least against RoboDanny, and Astronom still blasting some shots into Elder the Aeon's commander. It is Seraphim, and Aeon versus Seraphim and Cybran, so a tiny bit of hit point advantages in terms of the types of comms for Team 1 versus Teams 2, where Cybran only had 10,000 hit points base, while Seraphim are at 11.5 and Aeon are at 11,000. I, for some reason, couldn't remember off the top of my head. Anyway, in the south, T2 Air is online for both of the air players for Team 1 going for T3 and soon to be T3, I would assume. T3 not started yet in the north and not started yet, but going for Corsairs, which means somebody's thinking about sniping somebody. And we do see Corsairs starting to gather in the southern section of the map. We could see a blitz to the either the naval or the air facilities for Team 1 in the south, or they could possibly just go for Nuggets in the middle. Again, in dual gap, if you die, all your stuff goes with you, so it could be a nice way to wipe out an entire player's worth of eco early, and then having that team have to rebuild all of the everything. We do see that RoboDanny is falling back, and now Ryan T is moving in to assist with kicking out Team 1's position. That looks like some forces from Nuggets actually dropped off and actually got some land facilities online. It did delay a little bit of reinforcements that didn't really come in terms of land because it's only an air facility here for Team 2. And looks like RoboDanny is coming to assist that T2 land online for both of the land players for Team 2. And one online for Team 1, not online yet for Team 1. Oh, no, it is now online for OG Parkway. T2 started on board Elder the Aeon's commander, not assisted by Nuggets. He's just kind of sitting there, probably microing his naval forces. And speaking of Navy, there's really nothing online in Navy for him. He has one naval facility, and that is it. Team 2's Dimitri has essentially claimed the entire pond, at least the central pond. And that's pretty early, 8:40 on the clock. Team 2 has a nice advantage there, a little bit of breathing room in terms of what Team 1 is up to. We do see a little bit of Corsairs rounding the corner here. Looks like they tried to snipe. I don't even know what the heck they tried to snipe. Looks like maybe a Mex was shot at. Looks like it was. It is being repaired as we speak. Corsairs are going to be shot down, possibly. That one's shot down, and that one is soon to be shot down. So I don't know what the attack vector really was. It had to have been against that T3 Mex, but doesn't end up killing it off. Air lost, says Hoshimoshi. T3 Air is online for him. T3 Air still not started in the north for Ryan. T3 Air just started for Nathir, and T3 Air is online. So I wouldn't say Air is lost in any way for Team 2 or for Team 1. It's very, very early, especially with dual gap. It is early. We do see T2 almost done for now. Elder the Aeon, the front line starting to homogenize quite nicely. It's just, it's not very dynamic would be the word that I would use, but it's not very back and forth. It's very Team 1's building their forces, Team 2 is building their forces, a little bit of skirmishing, but no real collapse, no real pushing in. As of yet, I will say a slight advantage to Team 1. Of course, the 4 central mexes here are actually still alive, and these ones have been destroyed. But T2 PD now coming online, and Air as well, just in case Team 2 has some funny business with some Corsairs or other sort of not the fighter bombers or any sort of fighter bombers in general. T2 Navy done for Team 1's Nuggets, and it's T2 Navy also going for destroyers versus sub-hunters, which will pretty much favor Team 1 eventually, because most of the weapon systems on board the destroyers are going to be nullified by the sub being underneath the surface. But in case of Team 2, the destroyers, the Uashibo T2 destroyers for Seraphim, can submerge to hide from prying eyes, at least try to hide from prying eyes. and they'll be able to just survive a little bit longer unless there's some torp bombers or anything else online for Team 1, and that doesn't really help. Anyway, as I babble about nonsense, we have a pushing in from Team 2's Robo Danny, and we do see a little bit of T2 PD trying to just a little bit of PD creep in the middle, just get a central position online. If Team 1 can't have the mexes, Team 1 will deny them. And some shields trying to be built, T2 PD trying to be built as quickly as possible. There's a couple of, actually there's not even any Ilshis in the mix. There's one Ilshi now off the assembly line. There's a couple of T2 Rhinos in the mix here, but I don't think it's going to do that much work, unfortunately, for Team 2. As there's just so much here. The T2 land headquarters, of course, is going to be the target, but gets denied by Team 2, actually Team 1's PD and Ilshi's in everything else that's still there. So unfortunately the attack doesn't work exactly how they would liked it, and that is the end of that. Navy starting to be a little bit more of a concern. T2 torp bombers online for Hoshimoshi, going after, I would assume, either the sub hunters. Looks like that's their target, and they will eliminate one more, maybe even a second one. But that will be it. Looks like they're actually trying to use the naval headquarters to hide, but some of the torpedoes still hit those subs and take them out. I do love that strategy of using it, especially because there's not that many torpedo bombers online to really wipe out a facility like that for now. So it's a nice little bullet sponge for those Vespers. Team 2's Eco player, what are you up to? Just going for T3 mexes. How about Team 1's? What are you up to? Same thing for that, just trying to get their ecos expedited very, very quickly. In terms of eco at 13 almost minutes, Team 2 slightly in the lead, but nothing too crazy. It's definitely a nice back and forth. There's really no leader in eco. But in terms of map control, definitely in favor for Team 2, even though it is Navy and it is fluid. That is not what I meant to do. Didn't know I could do that with right-clicking. So I guess that's a line there now for a little bit. That's interesting. I'm used to only drawing with the Alt key. So didn't know you could do that. But anyway, Team 1's 2 players of Nuggets and L to the Aeon still in this base. We have a very volatile little setup here for Nuggets. That's a disaster waiting to happen. It is underneath the shielding, which is good. Oh, man, that's just waiting to explode. I don't know if it's enough to take out Nuggets' commander, but ooh, that's going to hurt if that shield falls and those E-storages blow up. We have more naval vessels in the base here for Team 2's Dimitri against the naval player of Nuggets. And realistically, that headquarters is going down. Ooh, that's going to hurt a lot of the naval presence for Team 1. There's still a couple of sub-hunters online, but I don't think they'll last much longer. There's more destroyers inbound. Nuggets' position is not looking good, especially due to the fact that he's not there to micro it himself. At least his comm isn't there. He is going for RAS upgrade as we speak. And it's good it's not there technically, because he'd be shot at either on land or in the water, but it is one of those things where it's just not looking good for him. I don't know what his strategy is, but hey, he's a 2400. Who might have questioned him? But still comment about what he's up to. At least now the naval forces shifting their focus onto the land players for Team 1's OG Parkway, and he's going to lose mexes here. Team 1's eco is starting to slip away from Team 2. It's 850 roughly to 725 in favor for Team 2, and ARAS almost done for K240, going for a bunch of torp bombers to just help deal with all of these destroyers. And in the middle here, Team 2, not really launching an attack. Looks like more of a PD creep going on, and it's Firebase wars going down between Astronom of Team 2 and L to the Aeon for Team 1. Nuggets is just here underneath a shielding. Still don't know why he's there, of all places. Him and L to the Aeon are the only 2 players on the front line for either of the teams. We have OG Parkway back here. We have Robo Danny back here and Astronom back here. So everybody just ignoring the middle of the map in terms of their player being there, or their comm being there specifically. Lots of torp bombers now online for Team 1, and now this is going to help propel Team 1 at least a little bit in a good direction to push back at least some of the forces from Team 2. T2 naval headquarters probably would be a nice target. It is about, I'd say, a dozen or so online. There are some ASFs inbound. That's not going to help things. And Team 1, what is your ASF presence? Not really existing at this point. Maybe they had a fight and I missed it, but there's not really a lot of ASFs online for Team 1. So all those bombers are just going to go the wayside at this point. We do see Elder the Aeon try to push in with a gun T2 commander, but gets denied by a ton of PD. That attack kind of gets stopped in Extractor for the time being. We have now missile creep going down here from Vipers, from Robo Danny, in this position here from Nuggets. It's just, it's holding, but definitely concerning nonetheless. T3 still coming online here for Nuggets' commander. Don't know what he's up to there, but he's doing something. ARAS almost half done for Ryan in the back. Ras almost done for Astronom. Eco, how you doing over here for Team 2? Going for mass fabs to just scale even faster. Team 1 almost skyrockets into the lead, but I think Team 2 had some power issues. So now they're at 1.1k mass. Ras starting here for Nathir in the northwest. And more missiles. We have Team 1 artillery moving into range. The shield is down. Nuggets, you got to move. It's going to be volatile here shortly. And it's not good. Elder the Aeon still holding out. Missiles raining in constantly. Trying to get more TMD online. The stealth field generator is down. Not that it matters because Team 2 can see him. And Nuggets, again, he has sensor package and ARAS almost done with his T3. And there it is. He does take a significant amount of damage, but it looks like he's going to just hold through. Oh, Nuggets losing lots of hit points. Drops to 4,000 hit points. He needs to move immediately. Ooh, that second volley would have killed him if he didn't move. He does still take a little bit of AoE damage. And there is that. He has to cancel the T3 upgrade. Very annoyed at that, it looks like. And Team 1 will have to fall back. Tons of these T2 mobile missile launches for both Robo and for Astronaut. Just bulldoze that position. And that is going to hurt. How is Nuggets' his power is actually fine, so that position wasn't terribly important, but it did do a lot of damage initially, and then that volley came in and wiped out a chunk of hit points. I think if it wasn't... No, his T2 would have been fine. If it's T3, I think it would have given him another 1,000 hit points, I believe, but it would have been a lot closer if it wasn't for that T2 upgrade. Ooh, that was... I'm not looking good. My Navy died. Says Nuggets. Essentially, he's out of the game for now. I guess somebody's thinking about how to fight Navy in a different way. Instead of building units from a factory, might as well build them yourself. T4 experimental aircraft carriers of the Atlantis. That, of course, look like a giant torpedo being built. And that's going to help push back Team 2's fleet for at least a little bit. Lots of destroyers coming online. Again, they have torp defense and torpedoes of their own, which is a weakness of the Atlantis that doesn't have torp defenses, but it has a lot of hit points. And it is now done. First experimental of the game immediately transferred over to Nuggets to Micro Navy. And now another push in from Robo Danny. Team 2 looking to maybe conquer the land before, let's say before 20 minutes, but pretty close. T3 started once again for Nuggets. Don't know why he's so obsessed with going for T3 there. And Ras is now started for Toka's Calm in the south. We have any more upgrades? Ooh, we have laser 45 and climbing for Team 2's Hoshimoshi. We could see a possible snipe pretty early in this game. If he's going for laser, he might as well go for teleporter and try to go for it. Team 1's not going to expect that. And because Team 1 doesn't have any Cybran commanders on their side, they don't have telemaser capabilities. Laser is done. Will he go for teleporter? He could transport himself over there. It would be riskier, but he could still do it. Team 1 doesn't have that many ASFs or anything else online for that matter, so he could get away with not building teleporter. But we will have to see. The frontline position now for OG is now gone for the most part. Destroyers on the shoreline actually built by Robo Danny, so he's assisting in Navy. We have Ryan going T3 Navy as well, going for battleships. He's an air player going for Navy, which is interesting. And he's also an Aeon building with Seraphim Tech, because why not? He does have Seraphim Shield, so that also helps protect his stuff a little bit better. But the giant sub of the Atlantis is online. Second one is almost done as well. So yeah, Team 1's just going to go full experimental and call it a day. Calm of Hoshimoshi we have to watch out for because his laser is done. Still no transport. Oh, there it is. There's the teleport. Looks like he was stacking up some power. Now he's still wow, that's a lot. Wow, that's a lot of e-storage. Ooh, dang. That 4 million? That's 400. Okay, it's 400,000. I was going to say it looks like 4 million. Dang, that is a lot of power to store. And that is going to be finished here shortly. I think Team 1 is in for a rude awakening with that Telemazer Commander. Second, Atlantis is on land. It is popped above the surface, which I don't really understand that. You can nullify a lot of the attack power from Team 2's fleet by just going underneath the surface. And, of course, the missiles. Yeah, there is a little bit of AoE on them. I think going underneath the surface is going to be enough to prevent them being hit by the torpedoes by the cruiser missiles, but might as well. It's easier. Yeah, you can't launch aircraft from the Atlantis when they're submerged, but still. Nuggets is fleeing. He did not finish his T3 tech upgrade. Still don't know why he's so focused on that. And still watching out for Hoshimoshi. There's the upgrade. It's done. 67 seconds, 21 and a half minutes. And does he teleport immediately? Not yet. Don't know if he has a target in mind. I think the eco player would be a good target, or maybe an air player. Just really shove it down Team 1's throats and call it a day. And Nuggets pushes in, helps deal with the remaining Vipers from Team 2. But the land not going super, super well. Oh, he's teleporting. Where's he going? He's going north. He's going all the way up here, and then he's going to do a short jump here. He's going to go after Nathir. Nathir on an upgrade, so he's rooted to the spot. So not Nuggets, but Hoshimoshi is almost done. So like I said, he's going there first. I'm going to hop, skipping, and jumping over there. Third Atlantis is online. That's a lot of power. They do have AAs. That's maybe one of the other reasons why they're not submerged, but they are emerged from the water, because they have AA as well. There's the teleport. It's there. It's going pretty quickly. There is the giant little circle of death from Team 2's Hoshimoshi. Nathir's going to wake up and go, hello, that's in front of my face now. And, it's going to take a second. There it is. The laser activates just a second later. Nathir tries to move way too late, of course. There was a gunship, I guess, that was built at some point. Team 2 scores the first kill of the game. He's trying to go to teleport out of there. And is Team 1 going to have enough time to respond? T3 air facilities and P-gens are going to be targeted, of course. The entire section of it, of course, is gone just because Nathir is dead. And so there he is. He's going to teleport to the front line. Looks like he's going to go after Elder the Aeon next. And there is a counterattack here. Looks like Elder the Aeon moves out of range just barely in time. PD still raiding in on Hoshimoshi. And looks like he's trying to go after him, but he's still in PD range. We have some restorers inbound from Team 1's Nuggets, and now Hoshimoshi is not going to get out of there, so the second kill of the game goes to Team 1 going after Hoshimoshi's Telemazer Commander. Team 2 still has 2 players remaining in Cyberin comms. That is Robodanny and Diki. It's now a 5v5 game, and that's a lot of T3 air facilities just lined up right next to one another. So it's Atlantis and it's Restorers for Team 1's naval player. Not what I expected. Too bad he changed course. Yeah, that was an unfortunate thing for him. He could have got a double kill. Maybe he probably wouldn't have gotten out of it anyways, but he would have gotten 2 kills nonetheless, and all of his stuff, of course, goes up in flames. Lots of mass FAF farming and SSU spam. Started here for Diki. He's at 770 mass income. Team 1's eco player of K240 at 490, almost 500 now. And it is now a 1.4 to 1.9K game. 24 minutes on the clock. Oh, and I didn't comment about the fact that this is an epic game, meaning it goes over an hour. So just be aware of that as you're planning your snacks and all of the other stuff. Mavor start in 1 minute, says Hoshimoshi. Looks like he's probably going to be right on the money there. Lots of restorers, lots of torpedoes. Team 2 trying to get some of these harms online to try to deal with all of the Atlantis, Atlantis, whatever you want to call them. There's one battleship in there. There's a second one now online for Team 2. Their fleet has been pushed back considerably, but they do have some defensive operations now started. First Atlantis is still not dead. It's dropped into the yellow 2-star vet, 3-star vet, 1-star vet. Restorer is inbound. There's not a lot of AA here, which it should be more than enough for those restorers to deal with quite easily. Team 2 has kind of slowed down a little bit on the land push, and again going to cannibalize the base that once belonged to Hoshimoshi in the north. Nithir being cannibalized by L to the Aeon, so it's going to juice his eco quite nicely. Chicken almost done, partially of course driven by the fact that there's just a bunch of reclaim over there. So first experimental on land is done, unless there was another one built somewhere that I didn't notice. And Mavor has been started just like Hoshimoshi predicted. And there he is. First game ender has made its appearance. Will we see all 4 in dual gap? Maybe, maybe not. One can always wish for it. Doesn't always happen, of course. Harms have been dealt with, and new ones trying to be built, but I don't think it's going to be built in time. Are those torpedoes out of range? Oh, look at that. Yeah, they are barely out of range. The ones from Nuggets, I guess, have a little bit longer range than I thought. Yeah, I guess the effective range is the Tropical Ocean, not the Tropical Ocean, but the Golden Dark Green line. It looks like that's what their range is. And some of them, none of them still emerge from the water. I feel like you have enough AA with the restorers nearby. You can submerge these and just prevent. Look at all this damage being wreaked upon. Oh, looks okay. Now they submerged. Okay, I was gonna say that's a lot of firepower to just let Team 2 shoot at you with. And another one is now online for Nuggets, so he's number 4. Mavor is at almost at 25%. Lots of pings going down from somebody. I would assume Team 2. And is there any counter in experimental game ender tech? No, not yet. Maybe we'll see something here shortly. And that restore ball isn't too crazy right now. Team 2 doesn't really have a lot of ASF online, so really this is a huge win for Team 1. And the AA weapons on board are nice. The best in the game for T3 gunships. Chicken online. I mean, there's a lot of artillery here, so that is a concern. But for the most part, that chicken's going to make it there. It's going to be a dead front line. Lots of air facilities spamming up here for T2 factories. I don't know if it's going to be for torpedo bombers. No idea. It could be gunships. That could be interesting. But another Yuthotha online for Team 2. And the second one is started for L to the Aeon. Lots of people building air facilities just everywhere. Air scouts, Team 1 bombers, something. And restorers balling up together. ASF moving to try to take him out, and they get denied. The Atlantis pop out of the water, and again, not a good move because not L to the Aeon, but the everything from Team 2 will wipe out that first one. There it goes. Second one doesn't look good. Third one as well. It's not worth the risk of the exposure to the main weapon systems on board all of the everything else from Team 2. And restorers going in to wipe out the land facilities now for Robo Danny. Chicken v chicken fight in the middle. Lots of artillery raining in on said chicken. And looks like it might just be a null and void engagement, a net zero between the two teams just because it's a chicken versus a chicken. The Ironstone will probably activate. And there goes the chicken for Team 2. Team 1 survives. And the Ironstone will activate here shortly. If he can get away, that might make all the difference, but I don't think so. Yep, there he goes. That is the one downside with chicken v chickens, is it's usually a net zero game. But, you know, there is that nonetheless. Mavor, how you doing? Over 50% done. Team 1 will have a game ender maybe before 30 minutes. YOLO has been spotted by the caster. There it is. 33% done and climbing. Some Cyberns decided to go for infinite damage versus the, I'm not going to say infinite range because all the artillery for game enders have infinite range, but the longest artillery in the game is being built here shortly by Team 1. Couple of AA emplacements being spammed up as quick as possible. Restorers dealing with all of the T2 air factory spam. Still don't understand the thought process with that, but hey, it's something, I guess. I don't know if they're going to not the fighter bombers would be interesting, of course. They're not building all engineers, and they are just Team 1 interceptors. Yeah, don't understand the spam. They're interceptors, at least in that regard. Not this late in the game. 29 minutes. Will it finish before 30? Probably not. It would be a nice little thumbnail to put on the thing for this video. Would be, you know, game ender before 30, but doesn't look like that's going to happen. It's going to be about 31, I think, realistically. Tort bombers, the T3 variety inbound. Those Solace is going to do tons of damage to those Atlantis. They're targeting the weaker one, of course. There's 1 wreck, 2 wrecks. Oh, there could have been 5, but there's only 3 online. That one just being pummeled by torpedo bombers from Team 2. Where is the AA? Where are the restorers? Oh, that's where they are. They're going north, so Team 2 taking advantage of the restorers not being there anymore. And that airbase might get hit pretty hard. There are some ASFs being stacked up. The YOLO is almost done. It's in the green. Team 1's Mavor is almost done. There it is. Team 1's Mavor is now... Oh, it's not done yet. What the heck? I thought it was done. Oh, look, it looked done. It's not done. Oh. Well, maybe that's actually going to finish for Team 2 first. Restorers are inbound for all of the engineering drones, all of the everything. Just essentially trying to airlock Team 2, I guess. That's going to be a lot of flak from Team 2, from Team 1's gunships to deal with. Pigeons have to be a target. Could lock out the entire air grid on the northern side. K240 finishes his Mavor. And there goes a line of Pigeons. Air facility is going to be denied here. That's going to be a win for Team 1, but a nuke is done. So we have T4 nuke and T3 nuke. We have T4 artillery. There it is. Going to launch its first volley here shortly. And I would assume Team 1, yep, they are aware. Is Team 2 aware? Obviously, we knew that because it was scouted a lot earlier ago. Restorers are inbound. Lots of AA has been built. I don't know. They could have just stayed there, but I guess not. They wanted to go for the Pigeons. And they're going to target, I guess, everything. But they're going to get wiped out by Team 2's AA and the remaining ASFs. YOLO is going to fire. Artillery raiding in on the YOLO's position. It's only a matter of time before the Mavor cracks the shielding for Team 2. There's not a lot of shielding here, which is one of the benefits for rushing game enders, is that eventually you're just not going to have enough shielding, especially if Team 1's doing the same thing in this regard. Mavor shot inbound. Is it going to be enough to wipe it out in one hit? No, the shield pump's online at the last moment. And first, YOLO nuke is outbound. The shield is out once again. Do I have to split the screen? Will the Mavor get hit? Mavor get hit. Will the YOLO get hit? Shield pump's back online. I will have to split things to figure out where that nuke is going. And it's going to the southern air player for Toka. Toka, does he have an SMD online? Yes, he does. Will he second load it in time? More shields are being built for that YOLO as we speak. It might be enough. It's being heavily assisted by engineers from D-Key. There's one. Is it going to be enough? No, it's not going to load in time. Oh, the second one fires just barely to the north. Ooh, that was not looking good for Team 1 there moments ago. And shielding not looking too hot. But still, how's the shielding for Team 1? Oh, not too bad. Second Mavor with only 1 shield? Are you insane? Like, that's like ambitious, to say the least. But I would definitely not put that right next to that. That's just an accident waiting to happen at that point. SMD's being spammed up incredibly quickly. But 1 shield, 2 shields. 2 shields, I should say. 2 shields. But still only 2 shields. I don't like that. Nuke is outbound. YOLO will be shot at least once. Maybe not. That's not loaded. That's not loaded. That's not loaded. That is loaded, but I don't think the range. Oh, it's gonna be close. It is gonna be close. YOLO's going for the same position once again, going for the southern air slot of Toka. Nice bomb nugget, says Hoshi. No, what? I don't know what reference is that. I must have missed something about something. But Nuke is inbound. And will it be south enough to avoid the SMDs? No, it will not. And another YOLO missile has been loaded. It needs to fire here. It's essentially firing at about the rate that it would land. There's another one. It's just spam, spam, spam. Team 1's Toka getting another SMD online. He needs engineers to assist the loading. Yeah, he's assisting back here to protect the Mavor, which is, again, definitely smart, but his base is vulnerable. And everything else around the... that did not feel good to watch. DQ lost a ton of power and mass fabs and everything there. That's gotta hurt. I think the Mavor's goal now is just to starve. Oh, the shields are down. The shields are down. Mavor is inbound. Not Mavor, I'm sorry. The YOLO is inbound. Shot right next to it. One shot. Oh, second shot. Oh, it is shot down. One more might be enough. Lands right next to it. Doesn't kill off the YOLO. Another YOLO. No, there it goes. There it goes. The YOLO is down, and Nuke is inbound. I'm going to put this back over here so it's out of the way. Another Nuke is inbound from Team 2's northern player of Astronom, and it's going for Nuggets' base. Yeah, I don't think that's going to land. Not so much. I mean, oh, no, who knows? Maybe. And there's the YOLO sailing overhead. Lots of comments in chat about so DK, next time start before you have 1.3k mass income. Oh, the Nuke is going to land. The SMD runs out. Ooh, there it goes. The first kaboom of the game. Kaboom! There it is. Mavor OP. I wouldn't say Mavor OP. It was just Team 2 just didn't have the shield. Had they had the shielding online a little bit sooner, it would have been a different situation there. Team 2 pushes back with a ton of destroyers against the actually very minuscule amount of vessels for Team 1. Again, that's driven by the fact that Nuggets got kicked out of naval facilities and went, I'm just going to build Atlantis and call it a day. And he's at 5 right now. I'm surprised Team 2 isn't going for their own experimentals. Okay, that's not what I meant in the water. I meant Tempest or something. They're going for a Scathis underneath the surface of the water. It's protected that way at least. But again, at a minimum, everything else for Team 2's D-Key is just kind of out to, not to dry. If that's the word for it. Oh, what's going on? SACU teleported in. Lots of health. They're targeting the Mavor. Oh, is it going to die? It might just die to the explosion from the SACU. Oh, that's not great. I think he should have just targeted the pigeons at that point. One more shot's going to fire. That might be it for the Mavor. There it is. The Mavor is down. And the game ender has been denied. And there is that. Team 1 needs to get more TMD online. It was spammed up too late. That is unfortunate, but 29,000 health plus shielding is a ton of shielding to chew through nonetheless. Missile base is online for OG Parkway. He's using a Rambo. Love to see that just in case Team 2 comes and wipes out the SACU. It looks like he lost his power for a second, so that's not helpful. Oh, yeah, not good for him. Kind of hard to load stuff with no power. We have Restores being attacked by ASFs once again, but it's just chonky a bit of balls for those Restores with all of the hit points on board. It's just really hard. The ASFs can eventually chew through it, of course, but man, it's just a lot of firepower. Team 1 has won the land game, and now in the north, they're pushing in. Monkey Lord is down. Chicken is down. Second Chicken's going to fall. And now we have another GC online. It's turned into more of a land defense in the north for Team 2. Yothotha online for OG Parkway, pushing it on the southern side of the map. Team 1 Jesters, that's not going to be enough. The flak actually should be more than enough to deal with those Jesters. Yeah, it doesn't take that many shots to deal with it. Look at that. That is not very helpful. It is losing hit points slowly, but, slowly is the key word in that statement. Mavor is down. YOLO is down, of course. Mavor is up to almost 50% now. This one's going to be ignored. Oh, no, it actually is being built slightly, but still, Restores are just 2 OP, says Ryan. Missile base still online. Looks like he stopped loading. At least he needs some... Oh, no, he's going to teleport. Where's he going to teleport to, I wonder? Looks like he's gone. He went into the water. Don't know what he's up to, but he's doing something. Maybe teleporting over there? He's going to go after the E-storages. That would be an idea. Nuke is loaded almost once again. And Team 2's fleet kind of just being stopped. They've been here for a while now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Atlantis, and Lantis online. Tons of Team 1 attacks up, some Sawithils. The Chicken's still online. It's up to 34 kills for its veterancy now. Transport with D-Key on board. Does he have any upgrades? I would assume he has at least a... No, he doesn't have anything. He overcharges. takes out a chunk of the hit points from the chicken, and now he's trying to chase the chicken, and that's not going to work. And the chicken's going to rampage around DK's base. If he dies, the Scathis, which is almost done, by the way, will die. So that's a very big risk. And the chicken will soon be eliminated by all the T1 PD that was built here earlier. There it is. He's gone. That's such a big risk. Teleportation inbound from somebody. And restorers are inbound. They could be going for the... If they go for the calm, they'll kill off the Scathis. I don't know if they know about the Scathis. No, they have no idea, but they'll see DK. At least I would assume they would see him at this point. And there he goes. Killed off by the Ion Storm from OG Parkway. Oof, that's got to hurt. That means all of his stuff goes the way of the Dodo Bird. And the Scathis that was almost done is now gone. Oof, that is rough. Team 2 launches a nuke once again from the T3 nuke sub-apocalypse from Astronom. And I don't know where that one's going. I didn't see. Is it going? Oh, it's going for here to wipe out all the land spam in the middle. Artillery, a little over half done now. Looks like it's going a little bit slower than original. And there goes a whole bunch of engineers for Dimitri 11 for his naval facility. Bomber wipes out a chunk of those. Another bomber online for Nuggets wipes out a little bit of defenses for Team 2's fleet. And we have Restore War. And again, it's only going to come down to numbers, but there is some AA from those aircraft carriers. And Restore's OP. Atlantis have chewed through most of the defenses now. It's only a matter of time before the Navy falls for Team 2. The game goes on for another 30 minutes roughly, so lots of time for Team 2 to catch up. It is a 4v5 game at 40 minutes. Let me know down in the comments who you think is going to currently win this game. Again, Team 1 at 2k mass, Team 2 at 1.1. They've lost almost the entire southern side, but that doesn't mean they're out of this game yet. So let me know down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't, because why not at this point, hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Good, very restored. Stop. I don't know. I might include a store somehow in the title for the video. That's so funny. Thank you. I thought it was funny too. We had a Scathis. Yeah, and that's the sad part is the Scathis was almost done. Blow himself up. Yeah, I have no idea. I mean, I get the overcharge wanting to kill off the chicken, but I mean, to be fair, the Eco did build a game ender and wiped out a base, but it got wiped out. It needed more shields is really what it needed. Mavor is almost, it looks like that one's been cannibalized in favor of this one. This one's at, 87.5% done in climbing. Team 1, do you have any bigger ticket items? This base was not really built on that much, just for the Team 3 mexes and a couple of P-gens. And in the southeast, essentially everything is gone. We have a bomber for Team 1 just hanging out, just not doing a whole lot. Just hanging out on the ground. We have restorers inbound to these restorers, and the AA is going to hit those bombers. Oh, there goes the... Oh, they're going to engage once again. Restore V. Restorers do not... Oh, the... That would have been funny. Explosion in the west. Another SACU teleports and denies the Mayfor once again. Ah, that is rough. Jeez, that thing's been killed off essentially twice. I'm going to count that as twice because it was pretty much done. It was in the green. It was 87.5% done. I mean, it was pretty close. Another bomber lands somewhere on top of a ton of... Ooh, that's got to hurt. Yep, there goes that. Another sub is dead. Another of those T4 Atlantis restorers flying over some flak. That's never a good idea. And Team 1 has lost almost all of their Navy. 42 minutes on the clock. Eco situation 2.1, 2.0 to 1.2. And restorers have finally found the TAC missile base that wasn't really needed because everything blew up there anyway. And everything else was out of range. Nuke is still not loaded, and nothing else happening on the northern side for Team 2 for right now. Looks like the Navy might be the way that Team 2 goes about things. We have a couple of Monkey Lords in the water for Team 2's Robo Danny, and look at how many hit points those Solaces just wipe from that first Monkey Lord. Dang. That's gotta hurt. We have counter Solaces inbound going after SACU presets. And that monkey lord essentially is going to be debunked or defunct. Again, whatever word you want to use. We have destroyers moving into range. They might sprout some legs and move. Bombers just hanging out. We have Sowistols, Team 1 subs going after the Big Daddy T4 sub. We have another bomber over top of some more naval units. That one's outbound from L to the Aeon. But everybody's building every tech. There's no one player building only solely one type of tech. And we have the Aeon of K240 building a Mavor. We have Nuggets, Aeon building UEF tech. We have, I think, another, no, that's a Seraphim, because I keep thinking L to the Aeon is an Aeon, but he's not. Another bomber inbound from Team 1. He's going after more of those naval units. Bro can't finish his Mavor. Yeah, he got one, and they can't get another one. It is unfortunate. Another bomber dead. Looks like that's a bomber dead. That's a lot of mass. How much mass is on the map? Mostly on Team 2's side. Looking at over 500,000 mass on the map, and it's eastern half and a little bit to the west, but not too much. We're gonna have 5 Mavors this game by one, right? You did have one. You almost had 2. You're not about to, but you're working on number 3. Jeez. Another bomber inbound. Battleships just tanking more and more of those bombs. We have T2 torp bombers. We have T3 torp bombers. We have Atlantis. We have a whole bunch of stuff running around Navy. And it's just T1. Look at the T1 sub spam. Look at it. Look at all of those Sowistols running amok. We have restorers inbound. Just tons of restorers going after the aircraft carriers. That's a sensible choice. Take out the AA and then take out everything else. So we have strat bombers from OG Parkway. Don't know where those are going. We have restorers to the north from Astronom. We have his nuke that's still online. I don't know if that is loaded. There's that. Battleship. Looks like Yassau's, I would assume. And I would assume engineer is going to come here shortly. We have one engineer reclaiming the wreck. Just one. Not 2, not 5, not 20. 1. And those Atlantis are falling back. We have a torpedo facility maybe started for... No? Oh, do not tell me you're doing the thing again. Oh, no, you're going to go down. Oh, you're going to do TAC missiles. Okay. Doesn't see you're going to teleport another SSU right on top of that Mavor again for like the 4th time. Bomber just taking out tons of those Team 1 subs with the initial blast, not even the actual more damaging blast that it does with the 2-tiered bomber. SSU blows up somewhere not there, which is what you would assume. But no. Looks like it was just the one on the front lines maybe. But looks like nope, not TAC missiles yet. Nuke is outbound for Team 2 going after K240, who's in the water. K240 moves immediately. Definitely a smart play there. Just doesn't matter if you're covered by SMDs or not. Might as well move just a little bit. He moved immediately, says Ryan. Yeah, he did. It was a nice attempt nonetheless, but it is not going to work. 46 minutes on the clock. Just tons of restores. Looks like ASF don't exist in this game. It is only gunship. We have strat bombers to the north, but those are going to get denied by, it looks like those are Robo-Danny's ASF. So we have land players building ASF. We have air players building only gunships. It's a really weird game, but I love it. It's great. This is why I like DUALGAP, because a lot of times they're, the matches are pretty relatively the same, but the other things that maybe will happen are very entertaining. Sam's radar says OG. Looks like the attack on the land kind of got denied pretty heavily by the torp bombers from Team 1. Things are kind of quieting down just a little bit. You have more restorers, I think, says Dimitri. Definitely think there's more restorers. Oh, okay, do not tell me you're going to try to drop bombs on top of the restorers. That would be a very big brain play if you're able to make that happen. Oh, the ASFs are just going to get eaten. Oh, it's going to get eaten alive. We have Atlantis popping their heads out of the water. Again, I understand they want to AA, but we're going to have... Oh, yes, you are. You're going to drop bombs on top of the restorers. Look at that. Oh, you're going to kill off both the bombers in the process. Ooh, that was... yeah, blew yourself up. Yeah, that was not a great move there. I like the intent, but just didn't work. Oof, that's rough. ASF also inbound. Are they? Yes, they are. They're going for the Mayweather. That is done for a third time, technically, because I count that second one that was almost done. And they're going to try to target the everything. Are they going to get underneath the shielding? No, they're not. All the restorers are dead. Both bombers are down. Both, to be fair, both bombers were very... I think both bombers were just kind of very much dead anyways. It was maybe one bomb drop for each, and it would have been enough to kill them off with all the AA or whatever else they passed by. Another Atlantis is dead. Another SACU teleports and almost kills off the Mavor once again. Look at all the Team 1 PD built. Sorry, that's no. Those don't count. 72 Team 1 PD built. No telemaser, no teleport nonsense. No. That's what Team 1 is saying. No. Mavors, do not tell me you're targeting anything that moves. Okay. They're targeting the air grid. They've wiped out, looks like, another chunk of the air grid for Team 2. There's still this one from Astronom. They have the Nuke, of course. Don't know what's underneath the shielding that they're really wanting to protect. There's no game ender or anything under there, so... Oh, no. Well, there's one here that was just barely started moments ago. We have Torp Bombers inbound for the Galaxies. They should make all game enders more expensive. I don't know about that. We would maybe never see them. Ooh, shielding is the central shielding is holding, to be fair. It looks like it's regenerating fast enough before another shot rains in, so that's going to be essentially protected for a long time now. Shield heavy started for K240 just in case. Definitely smart play there. Goes for T3 for more HP. We have Torp Bombers to the north. Looks like they tried to snipe somebody in the water, but that's not going to get there in time. Would have been, I think, enough solaces to kill at least one person, but looks like they're targeting OG, so they know where he is. He drops a couple of torps, but maybe that's actually no. It looks like they hit the land. The restorers intercept the restorers from Team 2. They're wiped out. So Team 1 has the restore count because and they have ASF count actually because we have OG Parkway building ASF. Again, the land player building air. We have the air player that actually he doesn't exist up there anymore because he's dead. But we have the naval player building air and only Atlantises. What? We have a ton of assistance from the northern land player helping with the naval player building air. What? What? Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. Make it make sense. 51 minutes on the clock. Such a weird game. Restoring the honor of DUALGAP, maybe? I don't know. Build Awasa says Nuggets. We have Strat Bombers to the south. Does Team 1 see them? No, they don't. There's no radar here. Ooh, that's a big not good thing for Team 1. Looks like what they're gonna target is this. Are they rebuilding that? Maybe our second one in the yellow. Again, I definitely don't like the placement of that. Strat Bombers in the corner of the map. There they go. And I'm going to slow this down because guess what they're going for? Oh, Toka's in the base as well. Oh, shields are going to fail. They all drop essentially at the same time. Oh, one more. That's enough. There it goes. The Mavor is down for a third time. Oh, that is unfortunate for Team 1. And the second bombing run will drop on the other Mavor. Kill that one off. So that denies a Mavor and a half for Team 1. Oof. Oof, that's got to hurt. That is number 3.5 denied. Not legal to blow up unfinished Mavors. It's illegal. It is illegal. And explosion happens somewhere over here. And don't know what that's about, but no. Teleports to do something, I guess. Donut has been started by Nuggets, building more air. OG says he rage and selected vote. Mavor has restarted once again to back up into the yellow. So it's going to be number 4. That prediction for, I think it was Nathir that said that they're going to build 5 by the end of this. But I think that's coming true at this point. 53 minutes on the clock. Eco 1.9 to 1.5, 1.6. So Team 2 is catching up. And the Scath hasn't had any, significant progress in a while. Nuke is loaded. It's going to be loaded to a second one here shortly. Takes a lot of pressure off Team 2's air player. And Navy still is a concern for Team 1. Tons of torp bombers raining in all the time, though. So I think just war of attrition will eventually wipe out a good chunk of the Navy. Nuke is still in the base hanging out. Needs more shielding. And the Mabor almost back up to 50%. Donut is almost done for Team 1. Use says OG. Don't know what he's talking about. Use what? We need to kill some comms, says Ryan. I mean, Team 1 needs to do the same thing, to be fair, so there's that. We have 3 of the 4 players in the water for Team 2. The other one, that is Ryan, is in his shielded position. I don't think he'll be moving anytime soon. We have restorers just really stacking up. That is a huge concern for Team 2. We have torp bombers inbound for the T2 naval headquarters here for Dimitri 11 because it's UEF. It's producing the cruiser missile spam. Actually, he also has that for his Seraphim, or maybe he just wants a lot of cruisers. Yeah, that's definitely what he's doing. They might just have to risk some of their, actually take out some of their own restorers to wipe out everything there. There's so much AA. There's another SACU here. Where are you teleporting? You're teleporting here. Looks like you're going to probably try to wipe out K240. I'm going to spam up some T1 torp launchers. Another bomber outbound. Going to take a lot of shots from some nearby cruisers. Going to wipe out some cruisers, but not a huge amount. It is whittling down that number, though, to be fair. There is that donut. The Awasa. All we need is the bug, and all of the air experimentals will appear in one game. Maybe not built by one team, because Team 2 is the only ones that have Cybrin. The Scathis is at almost 6,000 health, making its way up to 75%. The Mavor is back in the green. It is number 4, ladies and gentlemen, number 4. And SACUs teleport in. K240 moves. Another bomb drops, EMPing them. And we have a donut inbound, another EMP bomb inbound. Yeah, it's just, don't know where those are going at this point, but they're not going to go anywhere. And they teleport out, so there's that. And they teleport right on top of the SAC, right on top of the Mavor. That was almost done and has taken significant damage once again, but it is not down at a minimum. And another bomb drops in the middle of that grouping of naval vessels for Team 2. It takes out a chunk of cruisers and everything else. Team 1 subs, of course, the main unit. Restorers move in because they kind of have to. There's a bomber being built in the middle of the land for Team 1. And guess what? Those restorers are targeting all of the cruisers, all of the everything that can shoot at them. Bomber going to drop, take out a ton of those Team 1 subs. Oh, look at that chunk, just dead. Mavor is almost done, even though it's heavily damaged. And it's about to finish 99, 98, 99%, something like that. Yeah, it's not at 47%, but it's going to be about 50%, I think, in terms of health when it's done. And bomb dropping, taking out another chunk. Takes out some friendly torp bombers, but it's just whittling away all of the Navy for Team 2. Mavor is now down once again, and it's being repaired as we speak. So number 4 is online. 57 minutes on the clock. We have another bomb dropping, taking out a chunk of those torp bombers. Not torp bombers, but those subs. There's another chunk of them right here as well. We have just so many experimentals online for Team 1 at this point. We have SACU spam in the middle here. That's where those ones end up going. Spamming up some AA. The T2 naval headquarters for Team 2 might be targeted here shortly. They're splitting up. Surprised they aren't going for it. It would deny a ton of construction for Team 2, but another bomber is online. That's number 2, and Mavor is targeting the something. Scathis. I would assume you're going to target the one and only thing you really should target at this point. Yep, which is that. They know how much health the Mavor has. Team 1 PD. Just there's so much there. Another bomb's going to drop. Take out a chunk of the bombers as well. Team 1's air forces are moving in. Ooh, those restorers almost got hit by that Mavor shot. Here come the Scathis shots. Again, there should be enough shielding here. should be being the keyword. Couple of SMDs next to some pigeons. That's not good. Don't target them ever. You won't get through. Kill all the air bases. Yeah, that's definitely a more sensible choice there. I understand the focus on it. Looks like the Scathis is moving. Yeah, you definitely should probably move to this position because it's heavily shielded and all of the support. SACU's going down. That's never fun. That's a bunch of eco that Team 2 is losing out on. Team 1, 2.2. Team 2, 1.8. Restore is taking out as much as they can. That Naval Force and Air Force is moving in. Team 2's position is now being hit by Mavor fire. Oh, nope. It's targeting the air grid right here. Look at this. Boom, 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 boom. All the dead SSUs. Give storage, says L to the Aeon. Is there going to be a second Mavor build? No. Maybe. Who knows? Restorers are closing in on Team 2's position. Has there been anything else down here? No. Just SMDs, tons of ASF producing facilities or gunships or whatever. It looks like it's ASF. Scathis firing once again. Mavor shots landing on Pigeons to the northeast. Ooh, that's going to be a nice one. Takes out another Pigeon there. Scathis still shooting at the Mavor. I don't get it. Those SMDs go down, which is annoying for Team 1, but you have one that's loaded to 7, one that's 4, and one that's 5. So realistically, you have SMD coverage nonetheless. That nuke is still online. It has 2 loaded, soon to have 3 online. And Scathis is going to be started once again. Scathis is moving in. Every time the Scathis moves, those are seconds or minutes that it is not firing. Stop moving the Scathis, says Brian. And there goes the Mavor. Ooh, takes out almost the nuke. One more shot will do it in. Got to launch the nukes at this point because you're going to lose them. Explosion happens somewhere once again. I don't know what that was, but it looks like it was an SACU. Could have been... No, it wasn't that. Oh, another explosion happened somewhere. Sounds like another SACU, maybe underneath the surface of the water. Nuke launches, so at least they get one of them out before the Mavor denies it. And it's going for these Awasa producing facilities. Shield comes back online. And Scathis pumping out more shots once again. Team 1, do you have anything else to shoot through the shielding? Helps there. Shield, says Robo. Second Mavor is coming online. 1 hour, 23 minutes. And Team 1 has 1 Mavor. SACU next to Scathis, says Nathir. Yep, it is right there. Another nuke app, and they get the second one out. So both of them that were built were launched, which is good. The nuke was denied. That one will also be denied. I feel like a bombing run is in Team 1's future. There's 1, 2, 3 Awasa bombers. Where'd that donut go? Donut's down there. Looks like it was finally denied by Team 2. This is the just rush and kill off the Scathis with the 3 Awasa bombers. Just rush them in. You have actually you have 1, 2, 3, 4 online. You might as well just full send it and call it a day. The Mavor is going to do a decent chunk of damage to the shielding, and the bombers are going to ensure that that shielding stays offline, or sorry, gets offline and stays offline. Scathis shots raining in. The shielding still holding a couple of the facilities here for K240 are still alive, but they are taking some shots. Missiles inbound. They're going for the shielding, I would assume. Takes out some of the capacity. SACU is going down. That's never fun. That's more eco for Team 2. That's being killed off. The nuke looks like it's the target. Another missile inbound. Oh, there it is. The nuke is now down, but at least both of them were fired, so it wasn't a total waste. Shield still holding. And artillery still being built. And restorers are inbound. 2 bombers inbound. They're trying to take out all of the AA. I understand that, but we might as well just go for the gold. Restorers are inbound to intercept the ASFs. ASFs will kill off at least one of the bombers before it gets back home. And the restorers will intercept the ASFs. Never thought I would say that, but the restorers will intercept the ASFs. And not looking good for Team 2 overall. We have 4 bombers still online. 5th one almost done. The shield, it's not looking good. It's the primary shielding. If that goes down, that's the game right there. No way. Is it that What? Oh, the AA that was built, maybe? I don't know. No way is that. The shielding is down. The shielding is down if you lose this Mavor again. Scathis, oh, takes out that Mabor that was being built. The shielding is down once again. A lot of the PD are down. The needed 5 was the number needed for this game. This is a crazy game. Yes, it is. Somehow the Mabor was defeated. Again. And Toka's right there hanging out. Looks like everything's just like been paused. Shielding. Oh, it's staying online, but just barely. Teleporter started by... Oh, yeah, because DK's still in the game. Teleporter started by Dimitri. Do you have laser, my good friend? No. He's actually a UEF commander, so he can have laser. Oh, I just want to watch the Mavor at this point. Will you lose the shielding? No, I think he's good now. But it was close. It was kind of close to losing that Mavor. Still, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bombers. Are you waiting for number 5? Is 5 the lucky number for this game, I guess? T1 Sao Issel's just absolutely eating that Mantis alive. It's like a bunch of minnows taking out a whale or something. Just absolutely wiping it out. Shot lands, takes out something. Oh, please tell me it gets hit by the... Oh, it doesn't hit the restorers. Sad. That would have been funny. Somebody maybe would have mentioned that if it actually did happen. Give me eye, says Dimitri. The eye has been transferred. What is Dimitri up to? Don't know where it's going. Looks like they're trying to find a comm, I would assume. Yep, that's what he's doing, looking for a comm. Oh, that is not what I meant to do. We have Team 1's Nuggets underneath some PD and shielding. We have bombers. Where are they? You're going? Why are you still going for Navy? Go for the Scathis and end the game. Team 2 is just gummed the works. Look at all the Team 1 facilities. They can't get anything in. Oh, they can get stuff out, but it's hard to get stuff in and out. We have, I think these galaxies are just stuck. Like I can't. There's stuff in my way, sir. You can't move. Teleporter done for Dimitri. Where are you going? You haven't gone just yet, but where are you going? Where are you going to go, I should say. Scathis still running in on the Mavor, maybe getting more shielding and more P-gens. Just, oof, that's... It's looking close. I mean, Team 1's been in the lead for a while. They just won't go for the jugular. Again, the Scathis is really the only thing that Team 2 has really left at this point, unless they can kill off a player or two with some sort of shenanigans. Nugget says, Ryan, do you have only 6 factories? No, he has more than that. 10, actually. Yeah, he only has 10. You're right. Ryan's like, wow, that's... oh, that's going to hurt in a second. Attack missile started for Dimitri. A couple of pigeons are going down. That's never good. We could have won if our Scathis was shooting something that isn't impenetrable. I mean, in the Scathis' defense, it almost took out the Mavor, to be fair. But I do understand that going for something else. Attack nuke. There it is. Is it going to be Telebilly? Telebilly exists. It does. You must fear the Telebilly. Oh, do not tell me he's going to do the thing that I think he's going to do. Do not tell me he's going to do the thing that I think he's going to. No, he's looking at this. Oh, there's an SSU. No, that's an SM. Is that an SMD? Okay, it is. It's 1, 2, 3 of them. Like a couple of structures just not finished. Base here for K240. Not looking good. Oh no, all of the 10 facilities for Nuggets being hit by Scathis fire. Second Scathis, I mean, not even really a priority for Team 2. We have a monkey being built up there. I hear a chicken shooting at something somewhere. Team 2 re-expanding quite nicely. 1.6 to 2.7. Okay. Okay, Mr. Chicken Farm. We have 7 Yothothas to the north. Telebilly is online. Where are you going? Oh, you're teleporting. You're actually loading the missile right now. You're not doing anything just yet. Are they going to end it with... Oh... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Why? Just, you had like 4 or 5 earlier. You could have used that a lot sooner. You wanted to make this like not one of the longest gaps, but a longer gap. Yothoth pushing in. There's no PD defenses down here, so that should kill a large chunk of stuff off. You could just go straight I don't know why nobody used. I mean, yeah, it's a narrow neck to move in, but you're also moving in a narrower neck right here. Might as well just move the Mythopus this way. Actually, this way, because apparently I can draw with the right click. Right? Make the little arrow. There you go. See, arrow go that way. That's funny. And Mavor's now not even targeting that. It's going after the SMD's satellite. There it is. There's the satellite coming online. Okay, the telebility is loaded. Where are you going? Or going to go? You spent all that time and energy to build it. You might as well fire it. Yeah, he's like, go this way. Why aren't you going that way? Go this way. Gunships are inbound. Telebilly? Telebilly is not even going to be used for telling. It's just going to billy this. That's a lot of stuff for Team 1. Oh, some comment in chat about L in German, I believe. Nutzen? Looks like Nuke, maybe. Oh, that's going to hurt. Oh, there's a chunk of Restorers dead. Not a large chunk, but a small chunk. But now they know about the Billy Nuke. I don't understand not going for something else. We have 2 players underneath the same shielding. We have OG over here going for an upgrade. And then we have Toka down here as well as K240. So 4 of the 5 players for Team 1 are in the water. Bombers finally, after like 10 minutes or so that I said they should have come in sooner, are inbound. And they are carpet bombing everything. 2 bombers dead immediately. 3rd bomber dead. 4th, 5th. I think they're control K-ing. Maybe on purpose, maybe not. But Ryan is now dead. Scathus is dead. First, did any damage. Only took 7 of them. Ryan doesn't control K. Just dies to pigeons and whatnot. And that's another player dead for Team 2, dropping this to a 5v3. And now it's going to be a cleansing wave for Team 1's Restores. All the bombers are dead. Because why not at this point? I mean, you have teleporter. Why don't you telebilly? Why? Why not do it? Chicken's going to rampage around. Essentially, Team 2 has maybe left at this point. What? I don't know what that's about. I don't know what he's doing counts? I don't know what he's doing. And how much mass is he killing? 19,000. That's respectable. Yeah, just now he's just drawing. Now he's done. He's like, I'm done. No, he's gonna draw a bunch of lines. How are all the restorers? All the restorers are dead. This is a weird game. Team 1's Mavor is still alive. Number, I don't even know, whatever at this point, coming online. Nice. And Team 1, we lose Nuggets to a Colossus. Nice. It walked the entire way, I guess, maybe? There's no way it walked the entire way and Team 1 didn't notice. There's no way. I might have... Oh, that's... You only have to finish 7 or 8 Mavers at this point, right? That's got this. That Colossus is going to die here shortly. Team 1 drops a player. It's 4v3 now. And I hear SACU is blowing up somewhere. Scathus will do. Oh, there he is. He's going to teleport. There he is. Where's he going? He's going right here. Looks like he was going to go for there. Why'd you not kill the other comm? Says Nugget. Well, it went into the water. That's why. And there's the nuke. It's... Oh, is it going to be enough damage? No, it it misses. This is a... Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Will agree. Hashtag will agree. I wish every game was like this. I mean, I wouldn't say every game. Oh, there's the Control K. Yeah, Control K. Okay, that's what I figured. And that is another kill. Not a kill, it's just a departure for Team 2. It's now a 4v2 game. And now we have all of the everything gone now. Oh, I can see. Look at that. It's a lot easier to see stuff now. This is the most... that's because you took the one to do... Anyway. And maybe we're still being built. And now it's just kind of quiet. 2 remaining players for Team 2 haven't Control K'd or died yet. Yeah. Oh, here. Okay, never mind. Here comes Astronom's death right about now. There he goes, leaving just Robo Danny, the last winning player for Team 2, and Team 2 recalls anyways. And that is the game. 1 hour, 11 minutes, 17 seconds on the clock. Team 1 wins the game. MVP for me. Everyone. You had a naval player building air. You had land players building navy and air. Actually, they weren't even building navy; they were just building air and assisting air. You had the air player dead right here. You had a Scathus. You had a Colossus that I have no idea if it walked all the way across the map. I highly doubt that. I want to say a sacrifice play did that, but anyway, just absolutely insane game, and it looked like it was going to go both ways. Eventually, we kind of just thought Team 1 would win it, and they did win it eventually, but like they took you didn't need 7 bombers to wipe out this position. You needed like 3. I mean, they had 4, so the 4 would have probably been enough, and especially with the Mavor shooting at it, it would have been enough. But anyways, thanks so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Let me know down in the comments who you pick for MVP would be. Again, this is a very meme game, so hopefully you enjoyed. Thanks so much for watching to the very end of it, of course, and I will see all of you in the next one.